Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Toon Review here on this wonderful Friday. Happy weekend, everybody. Today, we've got loads to do because we've got Sam back and she's got wine and wine. Billy's got beef. We've got news. We've got players to look at, and we've got, hopefully, going to have a bit more of a chill time because it's been pretty mental today. So we'll talk about some fun stuff. We do have to say, please check out our sponsors, Mamoru Records. They're not in the top corner today because I think we've got a slightly different view, but they are in the description. So make sure you check them out in the link in the description to have a look at the website. Welcome in, everybody, mods, viewers, and all TTR family. Make sure you've hit the like button. I'm going to get this in early. You know the play. I'm going to do it again. We're going to look at some fun players later, but it's going to be when we hit the likes. That's how this works. When Paul's back, he can do what he wants, but this is how I operate. So when we hit the 1,000 likes, we will look at the fun players. So we'll do that. But we are going to try and have a bit more fun tonight. It is a Friday. For those of you who don't know, TTR Friday is meant to be more chill. We're not going to be quite as serious because it's been a crap week. Sam, Billy, good evening both. How are we doing?
Oh, good evening to all the Toon Review Massive, the Magpie Massive, and all you outstanding people out there in Viewerland.
Hey, there he is. Billy Trey, ladies and gentlemen.
Sam, the lasses have pulled it out the bag twice now.
Yeah, certainly have. It's really exciting for those who don't know. The lasses are going to be taking up home at Gateshead Stadium. It looks like it's a really positive and beneficial relationship for both parties. So that's the Gateshead International Stadium. It's a grass pitch, which I think has had a great deal to do with it. When you get into the Super League, the league above ours, in case you're not aware, you do have to play on a grass pitch. Gateshead Stadium offers us that. It will also be beneficial for Gateshead FC. I do follow the lads there as well, who do a great job, and we're obviously going to be able to put some money in their direction, make some improvements to their stadium, and obviously to the pitch as well. So, yeah, good stuff.
It's really, really positive news. I don't know about you, Billy, but it is nice to see we're making the necessary infrastructure not changes, but we're making the right plans under the assumption we're going to go up and keep progressing in terms of the women's team, which is really nice to see, right?
100%, and especially with the signings they're making, they're gearing up for a promotion push this season. There's no doubt about that. Signing internationals, Jordan Nobbs, Aoife Mannion, all good, both good signings. Both hugely experienced internationals, and it's all geared up for a promotion push. And I think I'll do it this year. I really do.
Yeah, and this is remembering as well. Another positive thing is that there's an extra 2 places up for grabs for promotion as well. Traditionally and for years, it's actually been 1 up. So you can imagine it's incredibly competitive, makes it very exciting. Always comes down to the last games of the season. But this opened things up massively for the lasses as well. I know that a while ago it was also talked about that we were going to be getting the first, and I don't know whether other teams have ever done this either. So if we get it, it'll be a huge coup for our lasses. The home kit with Howe the lads on the back, Howe the lasses. So I am holding out for that home kit. I think it'll be great if you can support the lasses in that way. So yeah, it's great. It's great for Gateshead. We can help them out financially. It's great for our lasses. All good.
Yeah, huge. Great news. Fantastic stuff. I'm kind of getting excited for the lasses season as well. I definitely got to make some more time to try and watch the under-21s, the lasses and the lads, but there's a lot of teams to watch and follow. It's tough. But we will try our best. Obviously, Sam watches everything. I don't know how you've got time. A couple of star messages to get through. Mr. Rich, member for 11 months. He's back. He's back. Happy
Rich.
Friday. Love you all. Apparently, our owner is in Newcastle. Have a lush Friday. All massive love. And I want Vissa. So do I. Fingers crossed.
Rich, the quiet one. He's a very quiet and retiring chap.
Yeah. Really is just quite like introverted, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
wouldn't you?
A bit shy.
Wallflower.
Shy. Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, we move on. Nickel Watson, $199 super chat. Thank you. Great hosting, Captain Stato. Definitely not captain. Just stand in, but it's so we've got to steer the ship. It is what it is. Everybody can host. They all do a fantastic job. Stephen Foster, thank you for gifting 5 Toon Review memberships. That is loads. Thank you very much. Very unfortunate shirt you've got there in that picture. Might have to get that traded in pretty soon, but we'll wait and see.
You never know.
Thank you for gifting all the memberships. Yeah, we never know. We could be completely wrong.
Sure up, Billy.
So, Sam, we've not talked to you about this. So while everybody's dropping in, what do you think about this whole situation? Well, I mean, your camera's frozen on cross-eyed, so that's fantastic. Somebody please go and clip that, Tom. We need that massively. What do we think about the Isak situation, Sam?
Vomit-inducing. Yeah, it couldn't have come at a worse time for us. It's really bad timing, I think, on his behalf. I think we've got a lot of hatred in the fan community at the moment on social media, and I understand that frustration massively. Desperately trying to be an outsider here and thinking, well, how is he feeling right now? Has he maybe seen that a PIF losing interest a bit? He was in the know for this project, and I don't know about you lads, but a lot of the business side of things has gone on quite a downward spiral, and maybe he just doesn't have the belief anymore. The endorsement isn't there. The reassurance perhaps isn't there. So cash in, yeah, get him gone. If he doesn't want to play for the black and white, I don't want him here. Cash in.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree with that. I mean, Billy, there's some suggestions that he's maybe been given the runaround in terms of promises and contracts. Amanda's said this, Paul Mitchell said that, Eddie said this, agents have said that, and it's all just gone a bit pear-shaped. Obviously, we're rating him, we're valuing him as a £150 million player, and we're not paying him in that bracket. I mean, which it's annoying to say, but it is true. Is there a scenario in which Isak's just generally being fair and maybe he's digging his heels in for a contract? Is this definitely down to transfer?
Well, he's not actually said, I want to go to Liverpool. He's not actually said, I want to leave. What he said is, I want to explore transfer options, which is maybe looking around, see what the land is. And of course, our fans go, they're extreme. They don't do in the middle, do they? So it's either full on or nothing. So I see a situation where he stays, if I'm perfectly honest. Apparently, PIF are getting involved in it now. Whether he goes to a Saudi Arabian side for a big bag of wedge every week, maybe, and we get a bigger fee for him. But I don't want him to go to Liverpool. I really don't. I don't want to go anywhere in the Premier League.
Well, Billy, today, Fabrizio Romano has tweeted, Alexander Isak wants Liverpool. It's his priority as reported.
And then they have
That's
to put the
Romano
books up,
stating.
Well, in that case, then they have to put the books up. They don't do it, you ain't going nowhere.
Well, indeed. I'd rather
Can
today.
you imagine though doing this at us? Like, we loved the lad. Imagine.
Well,
heartbreak
at the end of the day,
on the Toon.
At the end of the day, we beat Liverpool in a cup final, and we're not very good at cup finals. So they will always. If he does end up going to Liverpool, he put the dagger in the heart, didn't he? Because he got past Van Dijk, he got past the defense, he got a goal. We beat them 2-1 in a cup final. We won a trophy. So he still got one over on them, and it was to our benefit. So even if he does go, we'll always have that, to be fair, and they'll always have one less trophy because of him for us, which is great. But yeah, it would suck. I think my personal preference, I think you two might agree, is if he's going to have to go, he goes to Saudi, and then we don't have to see him.
Yeah. I think we're all secretly hoping this is just games for money. We're not in the position that we would like to be to pay out massive wages, but hopefully we can get a solution that benefits everybody. I would love to see him stay for another season. He's definitely not going to get the love and admiration that Toon fans are going to give anywhere else. You are not going to get that anywhere else. No player does. So yeah, go for the money. Let us cash in and make the most of it. Move on.
And as far as Romano's concerned, this summer, it's become apparent to me that he's just an agent's mouthpiece. He's not in the know. He's an agent.
Oh, absolutely.
Stirring this SH1T, and he's done it for Isak here. And I'm not certain that he knows everything. And Isak's obviously had his head turned. Let's be honest, Liverpool, a football club, are the biggest club in England. 6 Champions League, 20-odd Premier League titles or league titles. They're a huge club. But so are Newcastle United, and we want to be in them, talked about in that realm as well. So, he could have stayed here and become a massive hero. And if he does go to Liverpool, there's one more thing. Let's make it uncomfortable for him. Let's ask for a player exchange. And I don't mean Harvey Elliott. We're after a goalkeeper. Give us £100 million and Mamardashvili.
Well, yeah, Harvey Elliott, Mamardashvili, money. Both. Yeah, I mean, I can see there are some slightly nicer scousers in the chat. I think Paul's still left this on subscriber only, so we don't get absolutely, annihilated by very banterful scousers today, which we don't want on a nice Friday evening. I think the thing is that the scousers don't seem to understand is we do understand. Billy's just said Liverpool's a massive club, and you are bigger than us. It's we can't really dispute that. You've got a bigger ground, more trophies. I'm not going to list it. It's not fun. But the thing that we've got that's slightly different is the fact that we are a project. We are the wolf climbing the mountain, and that's always been the interesting sell for our project. And Isak's got the opportunity to obviously be. He could be our Alan Shearer, but times 10. Like, he could be the guy, the Superman, essentially. And that's what everybody's got who joins this project. I think Bruno gets that. A few of them do. Not all of them. But if they stay with this, if they can progress us into a title-winning team, and let's be honest, we are not the horse that's bolted. We've not done what Man City and Chelsea have done. We've had to be really frugal with this and do it very carefully. We've not broken any rules. We've not sold hotels to ourselves. We've been pretty legit. There's been nothing under crazy. So, I mean, maybe some question marks over the Forest transfers with Lakodimos, but I do feel like pretty much every team has tried to circumnavigate that, and it's in the rule set at the moment. But yeah, we are the wolf climbing the mountain, and it's a cool project. And if Isak does want if he wants to join the pre-built IKEA furniture set to just sort of plug and play, go and win trophies, that's fine. If he wants to do that, they can pay for it. It is what it is. But I don't know if you two agree with that sentiment, but I feel like I want players who want to join this mountain climb to go and put us on the map. Because
was that an intentional IKEA pun, right? First, though? I need to know. Did you mean to slip IKEA into that? That was, beautifully
This
done.
is not a scripted show, Sam, as you know.
Oh, we know. I think everybody knows that, given the tangents that we all go on. Yeah, I mean, you want people to be excited about, and I think this is where I have growing concern. We've spoke at length about the likes of a club ambassador role, in various different locations to save time, to expedite journeys past players. The likes of what Amanda used to do. She was a salesperson. She was absolutely a salesperson and sold the hell out of it to attract the talent that we did to help us kick on to that next level. My goodness, we are really missing that right now. Granted, we still have a project. I am concerned about PIF's interest in that project now.
I mean, I feel like I should ask Billy a question, but I'm going to direct this towards Sam first, purely because of your interest in the corporate side of it. People above, obviously, we've got Eddie Howe, Andy Howe, Nixon. We've brought in Suds, which you know about. Suds, the new technical director for people who missed the show the other day. And then we've obviously gone a bit rudderless in terms of sporting director, the whole Darren Eales situation with being ill. He's got a very serious disease. Is that a huge maybe problem from PIF's perspective? Quite negligent in the fact that we should have been aware to this. A company or an investment fund, whatever we're going to call them, with this much money, influence, power, manpower, woman power, whatever we're going to call it, should they have handled this better? Should we have better sort of senior management or board level, whatever we call it? Should this have been predicted?
Do you want to just roll my bit so I can get this over with?
Yeah, let's do it. You got to hold the wine up as well.
Sorry, you were about to have a sip of beer there. You need it.
Oh my God! What is that?
It's sweeter than molasses. She got gliss on my wrist like a maverick. Bitch, she a rich little bitch with some baggage.
Take it away, Sam.
All right. It's Friday. We like to keep things light. Of course we do. But we need to acknowledge the reality of what's going on. And I'm sorry if you subscribe to the happy clappers amongst us. I truly wish I sat in your camp and shared your optimism right now. But if we review a bit of a checklist of what usually works in businesses in general, especially large global brands such as ours, we have no director of football. Our CEO is extremely ill, God bless him, and we don't have a succession plan for that at the moment. Yet we've known about that for some time. Nobody in right now. So poor business strategy, poor recruitment strategy, and significantly understaffed in that respect. We don't have an ambassador or a spokesperson to sell the project. We haven't yet received our stadium announcement. One starting 11 player in 3 transfer windows now. Sorry, there's 4. Yeah, as we stand today. We also don't have a kit sponsor, a purpose-built training ground or sponsor for that either. While I'm on the matter, we've had a new badge introduced. Very little communication on the new news about anything going on at Newcastle United. A completely broken wage structure, which is within a PSR chokehold, which is set to ring fence the Cartel top 6 teams. Isak, I feel completely disrespected by, but equally so, he may feel disrespected by us. So I'm trying to stay open-minded because we don't know enough about that. So why have we wasted a great deal of time on elite players that we can't afford to buy the wages for and chasing top talent when we need to build on something more? Yeah, I'm not feeling great about this. And I'm wondering why PIF and their huge business acumen is actually right now. Where are you, PIF? Because I'm not seeing you putting your money into roles which are critical. We have Suds. Great, we've got a new technical director, and that's going to be really happy. But that's a nice to have role. That's a future role. We don't have anybody for recruitment. We don't have a future CEO in place here to help steer, or even forget about steering. We need to anchor down or steady the ship right now. We don't have that. So I'm desperately concerned about what PIF are doing right now. I think we need some type of communication from the club to settle everybody's nerves right now. And I do hope that'll come with some happy news of further new signings, hopefully starting 11 signings. But that's how I feel. And what I would like to actually see is us stop holding back, release the dogs of hell in terms of lawyers. We have lost the battle. We don't have to lose the war here. So get your asses to the table, hire the shithousery kings of lawyers, get them in, and let's fight this. Because we're fighting a losing battle right now, unless you want to be a mid-table club and not compete for anything and continue the way we're going. But this is heartbreaking for the fan base, for the players. We need to get out of it. And that's me.
Ooh, I feel like a little Wolf of Wall Street now. I feel like we need some chanting.
Should we throw some stuff around? And
do you want to roll my Billy's beef? Do you want to roll my Billy's beef? Because it kind of
yeah, let's... Go on, let's do back to back. Where are you, Billy? You are. Come on, Billy.
Right.
Kicks off.
It's basically political why the Cartel 6 are getting away with this and why they're spending much more money than anyone else, window in, window out. We go back to 2016 when Leicester City won the Premier League. The Premier League officials and the Cartel 6 got together. This is true. This is official. And it was said that they can't allow another Leicester City to happen because the Cartel 6 were infiltrated by in a closed shop by someone that shouldn't have been there, in their opinion. And since then, they've cultivated the rules, so it really is impossible or nigh impossible for it to happen again. Fast forward 2 or 3 years then to the COVID times, and we had the talk of the Super League. 6 clubs said in the Premier League, we're going to walk out and join the Super League. Fans all kicked up a stink, didn't want it. But it's that Super League threat that is hanging over the Premier League right now and has been ever since it happened. And that's why they're getting preferential treatment over everything, because if truth be told, if they're not allowed to cherry pick the clubs that can't spend the money, then off they'll go to the Super League. That's my opinion. They're getting treated preferentially because they know without that 6, the Premier League global brand gets shrunk immensely. The Man Uniteds, if they're not in it, the Man Cities, the Liverpools, the Arsenal, etc., etc., etc. If they walk away from the Premier League, then it's a shadow of what the Premier League is now in the Premier League's eyes, and it's not worth the money that we're getting now. So that's where they've got the Premier League by the bollocks, and that is why we have this situation. And we need 14 clubs to overturn it, and unfortunately, there's 5 or 6 clubs in the Premier League who will bow and kowtow to the Cartel 6. So they get little cast-offs here and there, a loan deal here, a cheap transfer there. That's what it's all about. And until we can circumnavigate that problem, which to me seems impossible, then we're never going to be any better than that.
2 very damning statements from Sam and Billy there. Before we address that, make sure, guys, you have hit the like button on today's show, because we are going to have a look at some players' potential replacements or incomings, depending on what we're going to call it. So make sure you hit the like button, because we're going to review them as soon as we hit 1,000. I haven't even checked the likes yet. We will do that.
Well, we need a baseline, Alex. How?
1,000 likes. It's what everybody's hitting.
Where are we now?
So
where are we now?
I will tell you just now.
12.
We are on 494. So, guys, we are nowhere near today. So I'll give you a little clue. Benjamin Šeško is coming in first. So hit the likes, and that's who we'll look at when we hit 1,000. Sam.
Yeah.
You weren't here yesterday. I don't know if you saw. I got a little bit bored and thought we'd try and get the hashtag "Where is Peter Silverstone" going on Twitter, and a few people did actually take it up. It was quite amusing. So, where is he in all of this?
Well, I mentioned it earlier. Training ground sponsor, even if it's not the IG of training grounds that we would like, doesn't mean that we can't have something in an interim basis training ground sponsor, a training kit sponsor. I don't know about anybody else, but all I've seen at the bottom of the app or on the website, it's the same amount of sponsors. It's the same names that we're seeing, and they're all PIF related. So are we not stepping out of the bounds and seeing what else that we can do here? The guy was from Arsenal, was desperate for additional team members to get stuff done, but hell's bells, even if I was running that show on my own, you could get another sponsorship in for Newcastle United. You've gone from being a £3 million club to a £300,000 million club to a £1 billion club. There is going to be offers on the table coming in. Why are we taking those opportunities? What is he doing? Extended coffee break along with every fucker else? Like, give me a break here. Like, these are meant to be professionals. These are meant to be professional people.
We've had in post, which is a patch comment. It's like a parcel machine from Poland as a sponsor. We've got one outside now.
PIF related. Easy.
Yeah.
Because that was PIF. So tell me a deal that wasn't related to PIF.
They're Polish, so are they owned by the PIF, are they?
They've got investment in.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not very educated on the sponsorship side, but it doesn't look like there's been a lot that's happened that you can really put down to Peter Silverstone. So maybe we're naive and we don't know. Maybe he's done a lot on the inside, but from a fan perspective, out looking in, it looks like he's done absolutely sod all. So
he may be waiting result of court cases, of course, as regards to Man City.
For everything.
For sponsorships, yeah.
Well, I agree with you, Billy. I'm getting sick of the Sky 6. Well, I say Sky 6 is a bit unfair on Sky, but the media agenda is frustrating because they've done everything they possibly can to try and sell Isak for us this window and previous windows. And it's what Sam said as well. It's been... I've been quite harsh or potentially harsh on sort of Andy Howe, Nixon and Eddie Howe trying to steer this ship themselves. But realistically, I think the PIF need to hold their hands up and say, you know, they're the ownership. They should get all these people in place. They should hire the right people that aren't just going to dip. And if Eddie Howe's the problem he needs a talking to, if he's not, get the people in place. You know, we're kind of just trying our best at the moment, and that's not good enough for a club that wants to be best in class, because there's other clubs are having fantastic windows.
We are saying that not. Peter Silverstone did get the Adidas deal in. He did. That was 2 years ago. Over 2 years ago.
Did he though? Because we got in the documentary, Amanda went there, no? For a little tour.
And I need to add to this as well. Yes, absolutely. He may have been there when the ink hit the paper.
He was
there.
That's
great. He was there. He did not orchestrate that. In my opinion, he did not orchestrate that deal. And with all due respect, Adidas would have looked at us at the time and thinking, look at this absolutely mad mental fan base who put all this money in despite this horrible era that they've had under Mike Ashley. And now they're going to kick on and be taken over by the richest owners in the world. Ching, ching. That's what they were thinking. I don't think this was down to any type of business acumen where Silverstone's gone in here and brokered the deal of a century for us. Like, oh, you can have the elite, like, Trefal badge in a couple of years if you do all right and get Champions League again. Like, no, I don't think we are that hard a sell to get the type of deal that we did. Absolutely not. That should have been a walk in a park for a man of his caliber. And what? I've got an outlet store in Phoenix. Give us a fucking break, mate. Like, no, absolutely not. Bring in money, training ground, kick sponsors. That's what we want to see. Like, I'm bemused by what is going on.
And I mean, realistically, the PSR issue. I mean, PSR is a massive issue. But the big unfairness part of it is it hasn't moved with inflation. It was set £105 million per season 15 years ago. So why hasn't it gone up with inflation since then? It should be at least double that right now. At least.
Well, a lot of clubs have argued that it's not moved. It is ridiculous. It's unrealistic nowadays. Because the markets change. The amount of money that clubs are throwing around is completely different, and inflation is a thing. So let's just go through a few super chats before we run out of time. Because there's quite a lot. So Ian Skinner, thank you for your £5 super chat. Would you rather have a pissed off Isak or 150 mil and a feckin' pumped Osula? Guys, don't use the super chats to make me swear. I don't like swearing on camera. That's not cool. Bye Isak. Thank you, Ian Skinner. Oh great, we're gonna get loads of that now. I don't know about a pumped Osula. I mean, I do think people are sleeping on him because of his kind of qualities. I know he's not shown what we need in terms of regular output, but you can see he's not had a lot of minutes, and he's got all the right raw ingredients. It might work, it might not. We'll wait and see, but he's an interesting case for sure. Irish Assassin, thank you for your $10 super chat. Oh, this is a big list. Right, sell Isak for 150, Šeško for 70, a Gallagher type player. I'm guessing that's Conor Gallagher and not Noel or Liam.
Frank.
40. Mate, we sold one. We just sent Miggy back to America. What do you want? I'm guessing you mean Diogo Costa, the goalkeeper, not the really old-looking ex-Chelsea player. Visser for 40, defender for 50, one player, 3 plus Alanga visitor. Yeah, I mean, I'm not quite sure about the Gallagher-type player. The goalkeeper's interesting, which we've not talked about yet. We will talk about the Trafford scenario because Luke Edwards got a load of egg on his face today. It was quite funny, and I will explain why. Gary Kilvington for your $4.99 super chat. Thank you. They won't sell to PIF owned Saudi team. Any profits of it is nil and void under third party ownership. So UEFA won't sanction it. I don't know about that. Why do we keep getting linked with Al Hilal then? Al Hilal is constantly in the news and they are PIF owned. So I don't know. We'll wait and see. Cherno Shadow, thank you for your $1.99 super chat. Sick of 3 words: process, project, and exploring. Yeah, I know it sounds a bit Arsenal-y, doesn't it? It sounds very Arteta-y. It's very cringe. Eric Amaral, thank you for your $4.99 super chat. PIF not coming through. Stadium, training ground, all talk, no action.
See?
I don't like those words, but I don't have any facts to kind of argue against you. So, yeah, I think they'll come good, but I've got nothing to promise that. None at all. You're not wrong. I started this personally because I thought it was an interesting comment. Alex makes the club look unprofessional.
I wonder what
I don't know if he means me. I don't know if he means me or Isak.
I mean, it could be both.
If it's me, if it's me, then that's really embarrassing because I am not an educated person. I have no qualifications in football. And I am just a talking head on a screen, and I'm a fan. I have nothing in way of substance to back anything of this up. I just like football. I love the club. So if I am making the club look unprofessional, that is terrible because we're just 3 people talking about the club we love. I just think that's worth saying that they need to sort their shit out. If we're making them look silly, then, I mean, who are we, realistically? If it's Isak that John Bailey is talking about, fair enough.
Sure
he is definitely making us a bit of a laughing stock this window, and it's a joke.
Like we weren't already, though. We are the laughing stock right now. This was our time to shine. This transfer window, we had money in the war chest, and it's gone.
There is no shining.
Fucking shit. You can roll a shit in glitter, but it still fucking stinks. Christ alive.
I was going to say we haven't talked about Man United that yet, but Sam's dropped it. Nathan and Amber, £1.99 super chat. Thank you very much to both of you. I'm assuming. Could they bring Amanda back? Would you like that? I don't think we can. I think she had. I mean, again, I'm speculation. Sam knows more about this than I did. I think she had some issues with legal challenge, bankruptcy kind of stuff. I don't quite know I can't remember the details.
Still employ her, though, couldn't they?
I don't think she would be eligible to come back into the same role.
Correct.
Is what I remember.
So you're both right. She would not be able to come back as a director because of the financial situation that she was in. However, why are we taking advantage and hiring them both back as consultants?
Yeah.
That is my desire. That is my thought and feeling. They know the club. They love the club. They still love the club. Hire them back as a consultant. I feel like we're back in the same position as we were during the takeover. Lacking staff with competency, lacking the player profiles that we need, needing to sell the club. This is an asset that needs to be sold. Nobody's done it better ever. Communication sorted, recruitment sorted on the pitch and in the boardroom. Get her back, consultancy. That would be fine to do as long as she's not hired in a directorship or board role, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Ambassadorial stuff as well. I mean, we didn't really touch on or expand on that, what you said earlier. Yeah, I think that's a role that's massively underused. It's not used at all. I think we've talked about this before, haven't we, Billy, about why are we not using our legends to try and sell the dream?
Well, we've got legends worldwide.
Foreign ones to help.
We can cover loads of bases. South America, Europe, Australia, America. You know, we've got worldwide legends. Why not use them in some capacity to try and recruit some decent players from them at the areas? Doesn't make any sense to me.
Billy, do you think we're trying to fit into some like traditional old school mentality? We don't have to sell the club anymore, because I'm of the mindset that we are not in that position. Look what happened when we were selling the role and had professionals on this that's what their job was, to sell, you know, ownership, to sell stocks and shares and stakes in businesses. it's exactly the same talent and skill that you would need to sell a project to an athlete. I think we got it right with ambassadors, and we've moved away from that. Do you think that's ego? Do you think it was ego why we stepped away from that?
I just think we would lose ship, Sam. I really do. I mean, Silverstone doesn't seem to be doing anything. We have no director of football. We have no CEO. We would lose ship. There's nobody pulling the strings, and that's where the problem lies. As soon as we get them positions filled with competent people, I don't think we'll be fine again. But at the precise moment in time, it's the most important time of the season where for recruitment purposes, we have no one to fill those roles, and this is why players want out.
Yeah. And can we address just a comment in the chat just about, well, Amanda got us into these issues. We wouldn't be where we were unless somebody took some risks, unless somebody put the foot down and said, you know what, we just need to get over this hurdle, but it's still going to expedite the journey. So yes, it's been really hard on us. Yes, it's bit us in the arse. And I think if we had more structure and stability within the last 2 years, then absolutely things would have changed. We didn't move fast enough on things. She's not a football expert. And I know that I'm full of positivity for Amanda, because I do believe that she did great things for this club, and I believe that she can do it again. I'm not ignoring the PSR points, but I would rather that we take some risks, and it's got us where we are now. It's filled this region with hope. It's delivered us a cup. It's delivered us some fantastic signings. So I'd rather take that than languishing in the lower to mid tables, personally.
And she may have had a plan for PSR. She may have had plans to get rid of certain players. We don't know, because she left before she could have. So,
yeah, be careful what you say about Amanda with Sam on the panel, guys. She does have a glass of wine today as well, so let's be nice.
I'm on it.
Make sure you keep hitting the like button, guys, for the players review. I know Aditya wasn't overly happy with that, but I'm sorry, my friend. It's what I'm doing. So, my choice.
There is 2,450 in to get to us for 1,000. It's not.
Oh yeah, exactly. Jevrath with SEK. I'm guessing it's something krona.
Swedish, I would say.
Good shout. Makes sense. 50 of them, whatever that is. Thank you very much for the donation. I'm just bored of the whole Isak situation by now. Just sell and build a better squad. We need to move forward. League starts soon. Well, yeah, but it depends what the situation is. If he's been promised contracts that have not happened, maybe this is all a smokescreen and he will stay. Who knows? We'll have to wait till the dust settles. We really will, because it's crazy at the moment. I don't know if you two saw reports, but apparently the PIF have stepped in and gotten involved personally today to try and fix this, which I feel like is negligent on their part. They shouldn't have let it get this far.
Exactly.
They should have sorted this out.
They will send the fucking KLF in now.
Really?
I didn't hear what he said, but judging by Sam's face...
KLF is a bloody band! What time is love?
Let's move on. Graham Ritchie, thank you for your $10 super chat. Love the rant, Sam. Couldn't agree more. Pay off. Get your bloody fingers out. Yes. I think we all agree with that, to be fair. I think they do need to sort this out. Rudderless is right, as Billy said. Toon Joe, £5 super chat. Thank you. Isak will never be worth more than he is now. Even if he's at Liverpool for 3 years and sold to Madrid, by then he'll be close to 30. Reinvest and move on. I mean, if we can get close to the big pot of gold, then I agree. If we can get close to the 150, we take it. If people start messing around with 120s and stuff, I don't know. He's clearly the best striker in Europe at a peak age. Why would we? I don't know why we'd settle on that, but we'll see. My Smeargle, £2 super chat. Need to sign Šeško ASAP. No Šeško equals I'm Depresco. Fair enough. Fair enough. And we will definitely have a look at him tonight. So that'll definitely make you happy. Matthew Jackson, thank you. I'm trying to Šeško every word now with S's in it. Matthew Jackson, thank you for your $4.99 super chat. PIF funded Nunez to Saudi, which funds Isak to Liverpool. What a week. On top of funding Chelsea, etc. Massive amounts in the Club World Cup. Yeah, but again, PIF is an enormous entity and they are not solely focused on us. They have got their fingers in quite a number of pies. So I'm not sure it quite works like that, unfortunately, as frustrating as it is.
It feels like American pie, though, does it not?
Well,
that was a Billy comment, that wasn't it? It came out of Sam's mouth.
Fish and finger pie, but there you go.
Oh, bent over the counter again. fisted, no Vaseline right now is fisting the apple
I'm just pushing your
pie.
piles back. Don't worry about it.
It's fine, PIF. It's fine. We can take it. Can we? Can we take it? Alex, please.
I feel like Craig's comment is appropriate, which is silence based on these two. So sorry, everyone. Thank you for your £2 super chat, Craig. Much appreciated. Trulls, 50 Norwegian kroner. For all we know, the club is working to get a director of football, but it's hard because they see a club where 2 director of footballs have left, and that may be why it's hard to get. Well, Ashworth was poached inappropriately, but the second one, yeah, hard to disagree with you. We don't really know what happened there.
Howe, Alex. Come on. The optics aren't great.
Mate, Eddie Howe came out the other day in an interview and stated that he didn't know Paul Mitchell was leaving. He was shocked. It disturbed his holiday. He had no idea. These were his quotes. Did you not see that quote? Have you not seen all of this?
Of course I've seen it. I don't believe a word of it.
You just don't believe it?
I do not believe a word of it. Nah, I'm not having it. I'm not having it at all. Like, this is off the back of all the shit that happened last time. Like, oh my goodness, we're in touch daily. We're like best friends. He's on my Christmas card list. I got him a lovely cheese hamper for Christmas. No, absolutely not.
What's your opinions on Paul Mitchell turning down the Isak contract then? Is there any mileage in that, you think?
I think there's been a straw that's broken the camel's back. I believe it to have been a ruckus relationship from early doors. This whole bullshit about, we've got so much in common. Like, yeah, you've both got injured and now you're in completely different places. And by the way, this is just totally my opinion. I don't know anything, but just looking from a bird's eye view, there was ructions there. He doesn't like working with Eddie. By all accounts, Dan Ashworth didn't like working with Eddie. That could have been a smokescreen because he's an absolute fucking snake. But who knows? Either way, we're in the position that we are, and we're no better for it.
I agree. I did see a meme the other day that I really, really liked. You know, dodgeball, where they do the whole. They did that for Ashworth. I thought that was absolutely amazing. It made me giggle.
And he's winning himself back with the FA again now, isn't he? So he's not.
Well,
did you see him there? Smug next to Tuchel. Oh, bastard.
Thomas the Tank Engine with his crappy loss against Senegal that he can never have wiped from his record. Anyway, let's get through these super chats so we can talk about other stuff. Lavesh Miwani, thank you for your $2.99. I'm not sure what
Australian
is next to it.
Australian.
Aussie. Thank you. I'm not going to try that. Just Matt, thank you for your $9.99 super chat. I think it's harsh to blame PIF for everything. They got us into the Champions League. I mean, no, Eddie Howe did that. Part of the blame needs to go to everyone, including Eddie. PIF haven't lost interest. They are just restricted. I don't know, Just Matt. Eddie got us in the Champions League without any first team signings. So I feel like he kind of did that himself. We had one right winger.
Yeah, and also PSR does not affect training ground investment, as I believe. It does not affect the women's team or academy investments, as far as I am aware. And I don't think it affects the stadium. I know that we are working on the stadium, but let's just compare apples with apples here. And I don't mean to be passive aggressive with that. I probably kind of do, actually. But yeah, we are where we are.
Anyway. Biffed by Adam West, thank you for your $5 super chat. PIF needs to orchestrate a $200, I'm guessing that means millions. I think we want more than that. Offer to set the market value and then say pay up or bugger off. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that would do anything. It's funny, but it's not a football game. I don't think that would do anything.
For me, Billy put it really well the other night. I wasn't on the show, but of course I watched them back. And Billy said he doesn't want to upset the dressing room. Like, that is so critical. And if he really wants to leave, and this isn't just a play for better wages or whatever, this isn't just a smokescreen for a fabulous video that we've been working on for 2 weeks, like the Alanga one, then yeah, I don't want him in the dressing room either. If you don't want to play out of your skin for the badge, then piss off and cash in is where I'm at. So I agreed with Billy on that point.
Indeed. Ian stating that Amanda can be a director, she wasn't made bankrupt. I don't think it's just due to that. I think that was a possibility, but I think there were other reasons. She had some financial issues. I think she owed some Greek businessman money, and it was all really complicated. And there was a whole thing. I think there is a legitimate reason.
I don't think she can be a director, but let's research. Ian,
Yeah.
I mean, you love this type of stuff, but yeah.
Gary Clark, $5 super chat. Thank you. This organization needs a taskmaster, overlord, boss, emperor, overseer, whatever. I mean, all of them to force people to do their damn jobs. Where are the sponsorships? Yes, Gary, 100%. People need to just shut up and crack on with it for the sort of money these people are being paid as well. Jesus Christ, some of the drama is ridiculous. I do agree with that. Peter Garthwaite, thank you for your £5 super chat. Would you refuse to sell to Liverpool after Ekitike? However, if they want him 200 mil up front, apparently Amanda promised Isak the earth when he came. Second part of that, yeah, I have heard Amanda's promised him certain things. I agree with what Billy said the other day. I think we should just completely embargo the old school traditional top 6 clubs and just not do any business with them at all. It's weird, but I would draw a line in the sand. Screw them all.
Well, they don't want to sell to us, do they? So why sell to them?
Because they can offer us the most money for our most valuable asset. Speaking,
I would argue that
trying to
PSG,
take ourselves out of it.
Oh, the dog. I think the dog disagrees, but never mind.
Catch in. Does he want to be here? That's what's important to me. Does he want to be here?
100%. Pig Arthur as well. Did the players not get us Champions League? Just saying. Yeah, but the play. Don't know why the dog's going absolutely mental. Let's just gloss over that. The players did just get us Champions League. Yeah, the players and Eddie Howe, but Eddie Howe ultimately has managed to motivate and streamline that team. You know, you give Steve Bruce Jacob Murphy and ask him to get bloody 20 goal contributions in a season. Good luck with that. That's not happening at all. Right, we're going to pause the super chats for a minute because everybody's just very generous, and we're not going to get through all of them until we manage to move on. So, shall we have a look at Benjamin Šeško, guys? So we have a bit of fun.
Yes.
Did we get the likes though?
I don't know. I mean, I can check. I think we were close. We were aiming for 1,000.
That's a target. Let's hit it.
Well, yeah. See, Sam's a tough negotiator. Maybe she should.
We're not working with PIF now.
No.
Set a target.
108 away, according to Joe.
Oh, guys, we need 108 more likes. Click the like button, and we'll do Benjamin Šeško. We'll talk about him. So hit the like button. We'll do it.
Take a second.
Thumbs up. It's literally just a few likes, and we're done. Cherno Shadow, $4.99 super chat. Take a risk, spend, win stuff, sell when we need to go for PSR. That's how we rebuild the brand globally, and players will know us like City did. Howe. Yeah, but that's really dangerous because if we risk spend and it goes wrong, we are Everton. I don't want to be Everton. They suck. Sorry, Everton.
I mean, have they been kicked out of the PL? Have do we understand?
They've never recovered from their negligence.
Is there a set punishment? Because I don't think there is. It's guessed by anyone, and I think we've.
Well, I mean, what are we willing to take that risk and just spend 500 million and see what they do? What they do?
Hold on a minute, Alex. There's a difference between understanding a risk appetite and not taking any risk. A business always has to take risk. It just has to be calculated.
Yeah, we're there.
We've already done that, though, right? We bought Isak, who was injury prone to a degree. Best season was 16 goals in La Liga. He hadn't scored many the season after. He was a risk for the amount of money we paid for him, and that worked. But you know, how many of those do we get right? We got most of them right so far.
Anyway, we're there. Okay, so you can do Šeško now.
Are we there already? Well, that was bloody quick. Well done, everyone. Thank you.
Well done.
Right, let's start from the top. Florian Plettenberg, good old Pletty goal, who's got everything bloody wrong in recent weeks about our links with German, players that are in Germany. Newcastle and Benjamin Šeško, hashtag Šeško, that's really hard to say. His camp are in concrete talks with
they're going to build a new stadium, are
Leipzig.
they? They're going to build a new stadium. Maybe that's what it's about.
See what?
Concrete talks.
What, Billy?
Šeško.
Oh.
He's going to build a stadium.
Bloody hell, mate! No, we're not having that. That's not getting logged as a joke. We will come back and edit that out. That was terrible. That was worse than a dad joke from Billy. However, there is still no verbal agreement, but Newcastle Šeško working on it. That is far more progressed than I was expecting this to be. I thought it was just a rumor. The fact that we're going as far as saying we're in concrete talks means we've like massively, put the pedal down because we're going for it. And UFC have had Šeško on their radar since 2022. Let's see what happens in the coming days and weeks. So far, Leipzig have not received any offer. Leipzig are demanding 80 to 100 million euros. No, Florian. Days and weeks, mate. You can shut up with that week's crap. You know how long we've been waiting for this?
It's also bollocks as well. They want 80 to 100. Well, it's 80 then, isn't it? Because no fucking idiot's going to... Oh, you want 80 to 100? We'll give you 100. Come on.
Here he is. Let's have a look. Benjamin Šeško. Mr. Slovenian, of course, played against England in the summer. So there's a lot of people here will have definitely seen him play at least once, at a minimum, if you watch the England match, of course. So RB Leipzig, he is literally the prince that was promised. He is the football manager superstar. Everybody and anybody. Him, and who's the other bloke? Rooney Bargy. Him and Rooney Bargy are basically the two most signed players on any football game in the last 5 years because this kid was meant to be the next big superstar. He's not quite banged in the goals that people were expecting. It's taking a bit of time. The oven's on, but it's not finished yet. Previous accolades, he is the two-time Austrian Bundesliga champion and the 2022 Slovenian Footballer of the Year. And for people who know me and my history on the channel, I used to have quite an obsession with the Austrian Bundesliga. So I've watched this boy quite a lot. Not as much in the last 18 months, but significantly more when he's still in the Austrian Bundesliga. Last season, he did get 13 goals, 5 assists. So it's not mental, but it's still good. It's still fine. He did outperform his XG by 3 goals, and he massively outperformed his expected assists. But did get 4 goals in the Champions League, which is quite a good competition, I hear. So he's done quite well. He's definitely done okay. People were expecting a bit more. James has just said in the chat, a slow burner. Yeah, I agree. I think everybody was expecting him to kind of explode and be like Erling Haaland. It's not quite happened. Still very impressive as a young player. He is on quite a lot of German European biscuits at the moment, 108,000 euros a week. There are rumours that he's asking for ludicrous amounts of money for the clubs he's previously been linked with. So wages could be an issue here. Could definitely be a problem, guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'd rather be honest with everyone. I think wages could be a problem. He's in quite a fat contract as well. So he's going to cost all of the dollars. We're going to have to definitely open Ruben's checkbook and maybe Big Yass's checkbook as well. We're going to have to get a few of them open all at once. Data in terms of how he profiles, it's modest. He's basically a really, really tall, ridiculous player. Like he's a tall lad. He's definitely a bit more of a lump up front. So I would maybe take some of the reds with a pinch of salt. He's not involved in deep play as much. He's not going to do what Ekitike was doing. He's not the build-up merchant. But however, he still does have a very impressive take-ons and progressive carries metric. Good touch for a big man. Certainly he does. He does have a reasonable amount of shot volume in 2.54 per 90. And I should bloody hope so, being good at aerial duels 1 as well. It's definitely something you would expect. How tall is he again? Very tall. He is
6'4".
6'4.5". He feels taller than that. He's a proper lanky.
He feels taller.
Rest of team of midgets.
We have the stat matches. It's a weird one. Really weird list this is. Fabio Silva from Wolverhampton Wanderers, probably not one of the people you would want on this list. Mateta is very relatable. I feel like my comments so far would make sense to people in relation to him profiling like Jean-Philippe Mateta, because he's been very impressive at Palace. You know his game. You've also got Liam Delap on this list. Bit more of a lump centre forward, quite aggressive, young and pacey as well. Moise Keane as well is on this list. That's the ballpark how this kid plays. So again, don't expect him to be Ekitike or Isak. He is not. he is a very different player. If we scroll down, it is important to go and have a look at his seasons to date. So here is everything. We have a few seasons at RB Salzburg in Austria. He did get 16 goals over here in his probably his breakout season. 16 goals, 4 assists, 20 goal contributions. Again, in Leipzig, 14 and 2. And then that was Leipzig. So that was with the move. So 14 goals in the Bundesliga, followed by 13. So it's modest. We're looking at 15 to 20 goal contributions. But obviously, the Bundesliga in Germany is a significant step up to the Austrian Bundesliga. So he's translated that fairly well. I feel like it's not a bad output. So before we progress any further into the Šeško data, Sam, initial thoughts?
I would be, and I don't believe that we would have this information at hand, but I would be really interested to understand what his goal contribution is and the split between pens and goals from open play, as I would with Isak for a really good.
Show you that.
Oh, you can. Oh, look at you. I think this is important because we're like, Isak, he's the Messiah, right? But actually, how many goals did he get from penalties? Murphy's season was absolutely outstanding. Of course, he's going to be great when he goes to Liverpool with the support that he's got, but very much driven by the service that he gets. So this is something that I'm interested in, Alex. Teach me the ways.
Last 3 seasons, so Salzburg, Leipzig, 14 goals not from penalties, also 14 goals not from penalties, and then 11 goals not from penalties last year.
Positive.
And Leipzig didn't have a great season last year either, did they? They were poor for them. Didn't they finish 7th?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't fantastic. Lois Openda's been linked as well, and we will have a look at him probably in the next show. He also had quite a modest output. So, yeah.
And do you know what? Look at his age. He's young. We know what he can do. We could mold this lad into better than Isak. Let him go.
22 years of age. Yeah, he's nowhere near his potential yet. Nowhere near.
Exactly. Nowhere near.
100%.
Plenty of room. Plenty of room for revenue, development ceiling.
Mm-hmm. There's also a lot of people very angry that we're reviewing him, but we've been officially linked by a lot of major sources, and that is what we do on this channel. We're going to have a look at him. If you don't like it, you can close your eyes if you don't want to look at Benjamin Šeško, but it is what it is. Here is his sofa score. Market value 73 million euros. Apparently, let's knock that down a little bit. So if we scroll down, I mean, it's nice data. It's nice. He's had. I mean, they beat Musilvitz, whoever they are, in a friendly recently. He last scored against Bayern in a 3-3 draw, which is quite nice. Should we go and have a look how they played in that game?
Yeah.
So we had a 4-4-2, not the 4-2-2-2-2-2 that they used to play against. Why are Germans playing 4-4-2? I feel scammed. You got Amadou Haidara, Seiveld in midfield, Javi Simmons out on the left, who might be going. It's an interesting little lineup with Lewis Openda, who we've also been linked to, with Šeško next to him. So you've got little and large. This is very much a 2025 Peter Crouch and Jermaine Defoe, which is a horrible analogy. But for anybody who's over 30, they're probably going to really understand that. I feel like that's kind of what this is. Am I wrong, Billy, or is that a fair?
No, it's definitely a good analogy. Yeah. Yeah, Crouch Defoe or
slightly different profiles, but yeah.
It's
all part correct. How did he do in this game? Oh, let's go away from the funny advert, ladies. Midfield
Alex,
contributions.
What have you been searching, mate? We can't just brush over that. What are these lovely?
Never shopped on Temu in my life. Don't know what you're talking about. So he got swapped for Yusuf Poulsen in the 69th minute, but there's a lot of data middle of the park, which is quite interesting. A couple of shots at goal, one being a goal. Let's scroll down. What did we get in here? I mean, very, very, very good in the dual metrics. Won every single ball in the air, 2 out of 4 ground. A couple of decent long balls, which I don't know why he's doing the long balls.
Long ball too?
I don't know. Maybe Lewis Openda. Maybe he's taking it on the spin and just like dinking it over the top. No idea. Could be either or. We've got very dodgy faces from Sam here as well.
I know, because I noticed the tits on that last on the Temu advert. Jesus Christ, Alex.
I don't even have Timu, Sam.
It was
I
like a dead
don't
Ian
have
anyway, isn't it?
Timu, I promise you.
So you've got a little bit red there, mate. We're among friends.
That's
It's
the beer.
fine. Everybody's got
It's
taste.
just the Cruz Campo, I promise.
Can we look at
So
some
let's
from
have a look
Brest
at
next?
Benjamin Šeško on Transfermarkt. Player agent, pro transfer, whoever they are. We'll have a look at that in a new tab. What have we got on here? Anything we don't already know? Born in Redece, wherever that is in Slovenia. There's not really any information that we care about on this page. We kind of know all this. Injury history, maybe his international team contributions. 41 caps for Slovenia, 16 goals. Quite impressive. Considering he's 22, that's
And plays for
mental,
Slovenia.
actually.
And plays for Slovenia, who aren't the greatest in the world.
Yeah, that is quite impressive, to be fair. Let's have a look at his injuries. Where's his little drop down? There it is. Because I know everybody likes a little injury. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not been for... God, he's not been injured for like 3 years. Good effort. Torn muscle fiber, thigh problems, torn muscle fiber, but not for a long time.
Was there a guy a long time ago who had a penis injury?
Yes, there was, yeah.
I think it was Leroy Sané, was it not?
Yes.
Or was it someone else?
Yes, that was it. I
I don't think that was what it was called in this list, but it did have quite a weird name. Pro transfer. Let's have a look who they represent. Anybody we know?
Can't say, zoom in.
It looks like Slovenian people mostly. So no, it seems like a country-specific agency. So there's not really going to be anybody that we've ever dealt with in here.
Alexander Kokshoff.
I don't think you do, Billy. I mean, who does he play for? Who's that bad?
Slovenia.
Yeah. They do also represent Antoine Mukumbu.
He's not very
Apparently, he's
Slovenian.
worth 3.5 million. He's not Slovenian. I mean, you can see by his nationality there. But yeah, so it doesn't really tell us much from his agency. So Benjamin Šeško, guys, Billy, I didn't give you an open-ended question for him. Give us your general thoughts.
I like him. Yeah, I think he's nowhere near his potential. But what he's done so far has been nothing short of amazing, really. To go to the Bundesliga and score over 10 goals in both his seasons there, it's phenomenal. And if he comes to the Premier League, I'd expect a similar 15 goals a season out of him, and maybe more than that. And once he reaches high of it to his ceiling, you're looking at 20 goals a season, man. And that's what we need to replace what we're potentially going to lose.
Yeah, it's a weird one because obviously we seem to be trying to turn the screw on Jan Visa. Do we think Visa and Šeško are a reasonable replacement for Isak in the aggregate?
Absolutely.
I agree. I'd be all right with that. If Isak had to go and we got those two in, plus supplemented other areas of the pitch, I'm not overly fussed. But it is, Sam, we talked about this last night, me and Billy did, that the fact that obviously Isak wins you finals, we know he does. So that's the only thing that's hard to go and get.
It's a team game, though. We've got fixture congestion to figure out here. If we can just progress a little bit in the Champions League, I'm not going to be unrealistic here and say that we're going to go out and win the damn thing. But that's money in the kitty. That's the sort of thing that we need to be aiming for to strengthen the squad moving forward into the future years. Like, we need to be horizon scanning here. So players like that, young profile, good ceiling for development under Eddie Howe's tutelage. Yeah, absolutely. Wissa experienced, more than happy with that. Yeah, strengthen in other areas too. What's not like?
Right, let's get some of these super chats done so we can.
There's dozens of
Billy, do you want to take over for me because I don't even know where we left off.
I'll try to. Where did we get to? We got to.
I think it was it Samsonite Dove? It was Samsonite Dove there.
Okay. Samsonite Dove. Let's get that one up here then. Like he says on Mitchell, I think he was ultimately forced out for his not fit for purpose comment gaff. Was it a gaff? I mean, I think he's been proved correct, to be fair. Thank you for that, Danish Krona, Samsonite. We also have Junko, £5 super chat. Would we accept 100 mil and Kolo Muani from PSG for Isak? Yes, I would think so.
I don't really want Kolo Muani though. I'd rather we went in a different direction. I mean, I wouldn't be upset if we got him, but if I was allowed to pick, I would go in a different direction.
I don't want to shoehorn players as well, by the way, just because they're based at a club that we can have it on an exchange.
I mean, he is a centre forward, to be fair. But yeah, I'd much rather go down on Šeško route, if I'm honest. Then we have George T. Hi, George. Mr. Star, but has there been a discussion? Read the last is moving grounds. Yes, there was, mate. I know you started late, so you probably have caught up with that bit by now. But thanks for the super chat. Sean NUFC at 50 Norwegian krona. PAF to Stacks. Adidas Denali, still very frustrating. Pittsburgh window, great show again, lads and Sam. Thank you very much, Sean, and thanks for your generous contribution. Kieran McKeown, 199 super chat. I want Amanda and her husband back. Yeah, it's a popular opinion. Eddie has become a new member. Thanks for joining the Toon Review family and community, Eddie. I hope you enjoy your stay with us. Dean Young, 199, Šeško and visit Gahey, and things look rosy again. Yeah, there was talk of Gahey again being on the agenda, by all accounts today. Are we okay with that? Would that be a good signing for us, Gahey? We definitely need a centre half.
I'd be all right with that again, yeah. I think that's fine. But I'd prefer Scalvini because it's been put in front of me now. But
yeah, a roadblock with £10 super chat. I get the transfer problems. What I don't get is a lack of commercial, legal, and ground progress. Given our owners, they will have access to best in class in these fields. I'm pissed. Never mind Isak. Can't argue with that. Really can't argue with it.
Right, well, we are going to cut it there, guys, because we are going to have to disappear. But we do have a show on Sunday. We are playing the Arse in a friendly, I believe that is also in Singapore. The lads also put a really nice video together. Well, I say the lads did. Sabrina did, plus, is it Sabrina or Serena? Sabrina? I can't remember.
Sabrina.
Photographer.
Sabrina's an Italian singer with massive, what's his face? Serena is.
No, we're talking about the club photographer, Billy.
Serena Taylor, yes. Not Sabrina.
Serena.
Boys. That's Sabrina.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Really?
Popped out a couple of pops.
Anyway, there is a really cool video that the club released on YouTube of the lads going to Singapore. It's very cool. It's got some Bruno eating grapes on a plane. They're having a bit of a jolly. Emil Kraft taking rock, paper, scissors far too seriously, but he did win, so spoilers. So go watch that because it's really cool. But please make sure you have liked the show. You are subscribed so you can come back. You can donate, but I mean, we are about to finish, but you can donate when we're not live. We'll very much appreciate it. You can also become a member if you want to get involved in giveaways and stuff for one pulls back. We'll probably do something. And make sure you come back on Sunday because we are doing a watch along for the Arsenal game. And then there's going to be loads of stuff next week. I think we might do possibly some Lasses stuff next week, Sam, as well. So there's going to be things happening. But thank you, mods, viewers, everybody that supported tonight. Sam and Billy, thank you for making it a lovely Friday evening. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And we will see you on Sunday.
Away the last Lasses.
Come back and check out the